Hey, welcome to the studio today. So today my daughter's joining me and we're going to do a challenge. So I'm going to paint over a 12 by 12 canvas that I previously had done a reverse dip, and she's going to do the same thing on a white canvas and she's going to do a reverse dip. So let's see how it works out. Thanks. All right, so we've chosen our canvas. Now, Tori, my daughter Tori, is using a Premier canvas by Nicole, inexpensive canvas. It is pre-primed, but she's going to put some white paint on the background. This is the painting that I'm going to paint over. It is going to be the same thing in the end, maybe with a little bit different colors, but you'll see the cracks that came up through. And that was because I left this painting in the studio where the windows were open and the fan was going. So the top layer dried before the bottom layer and it cracked that paint. So I'm going to paint over this and I'm still going to do black. We're going to mix up our paint. We'll be right back. All right, so Tori and I are getting ready. Our paints are pretty much mixed up at this time. We're going to both use Nicole's Craft Studio in yellow, in Seaside, and in Pink Punch. And of course, I'm using black, she's using white, and both of us are using black or white paint, which is the Saks brand True Flow Acrylic. I do have a couple other colors mixed up. We haven't decided if we're going to put any of those in, but it's kind of a raspberry and an orange metallic, and I also have some gold and silver waiting in the wings just in case we decide to get creative and use some of those. All right, we'll be with you as soon as we're finished with our preparation of our canvas. As you can see, we've got masking tape on the back. We want to spray our canvas so it's nice and tight, let that dry a little bit, and then we'll put push pins on the bottom so that it is lifted up off of our mat and it doesn't stick. All right, so we're ready. We're going to put our background on. So she's going to do white. Victoria is going to do white, and I am going to do black. So let's go ahead and get started. So you can go just squirt them on in.
Just slam it on there?
Slam it on there.
Okay. Tell me if I'm doing it wrong.
Just do a lot.
Okay. Is that enough?
Nope, keep going.
Okay.
I'm going to put black on mine so you can see. I want to cover it. It's coming out really skinny on yours for some reason.
I don't feel weak.
Well, you can open the top and pour it out if you. So she's going to put that on.
I'm not strong enough.
Open the lid. All right, so you want this on kind of thick because what we're going to do next.
Whoa. Yours is thick.
It's actually not thick, it's thin, it's just a wider. Yeah. And so I'm going to take my handy dandy putty knife or drywall knife. I'm going to cover this other painting. Even if this was a canvas that was prepared for me from the manufacturer, I would still use the same amount of paint. Have it go end to end.
Is this too much?
That's good. That might be a little bit too much, but it's okay. Let's go with it.
Sorry, I need supervision. Do you have another one of those?
I do.
Oh, okay.
It's right there. It was right there. You must have put it away.
Oh, I see it. Okay, so. Oh boy.
So we're just going to spread it around, and she's going to have to cover her sides because her painting has not been painted before. My sides are already painted with black.
So I just have to let it drip down the sides?
So what you'll want to do is this, do you see how the paint is all the way up to the sides?
Yeah.
And I have some on my knife.
Okay.
If you go like this and you lean your paint in your palette knife into the paint and pull it out and then just rock it over the sides, it will cover your sides. So next what we do is I'm going to start actually with my aqua. I don't know what she's going to start with, but for this design, you really only need to do a loop all the way around. I like this one to actually touch. You can do any color you want, so just start grabbing colors and just do a swirl. Keep going.
Okay.
The colors can actually be on top of each other. They can be next to each other. I like to leave a little bit of black in between. And when there's not black in between, I like to add a little black in there. You can see I'm putting some white in places. I see why she was having so much trouble. This white is not working very well. Hold on. Keep going.
It's very, very...
I've got toothpicks. I'm going to stick it down in there.
Oh, this is so cool. So I have to do a swirly? Will it still turn out? Okay.
Well, no.
Just little
drops might be okay.
We'll see.
It depends on what your pattern is. We're just having fun with it.
Yeah, we're just gonna...
Alright, let's see if this has helped a little bit. Oh, perfect. Look at that. That's coming through a little bit better.
So what'd you add to it?
I didn't. I just used a toothpick.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was the actual top part that was solid?
Yeah. It kind of like when you have a glue bottle and the glue doesn't come out right. Look at this. This is awesome. So we're just playing with it. Now I am going to use a little bit of silver. Oh. Now I'm going to use a star stick. Ooh. I have no idea if this silver is even going to come up. We'll see.
Yeah, this.
No, I really don't like this side to side. I don't want that go in the wrong direction. Tell me when you think you've got it all.
I have no idea.
Oh, and I just landed some stuff in my paint that I don't want there, so I'm going to get my tweezers. Ooh, look at that. Get this the heck out of there.
This is the finished piece. Okay. What else should I...
What do you think? Are you ready?
I'm gonna throw some more blue on here.
Okay. I think I'm actually going to put some more black on top of mine. We're going to have a lot of paint here. You want some more black for contrast? Your black is sinking in there.
I know. Is it so? If it sinks, it's kind of
it won't come out.
Oh,
yep.
Great.
So give it some contrast here.
Oh, I'm spinning the wrong way now. Oops.
All right. Let's see what that does.
Okay.
All right. So we're ready for the final version. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our handy dandy napkins.
Okay.
We're going to open them up. You ready?
I'm gonna prep my sleeves.
Get ready.
Okay, which, so you use that side?
Just trying not distract the camera. Okay, you ready? So we're going to lay this down on our painting, directly on. Don't slide it. Just lay it on.
I'm scared. Okay.
Right.
Just
Wait
like
up.
wait out.
Where's that?
Oh.
Come on.
I'm struggling.
Let's get going here.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
it's fine.
good.
It's fine.
All right, so now we want to make sure the paint is touching. So don't slide it. Just make sure the paint's touching everywhere, all the way around it.
Are you like pushing or just kind of tapping it?
Just kind of see where it's up in the air like that. It's okay. Just kind of lay your hands on it. You'll see it. Now, some people will use a wet paper towel for this because the wetness sticks it to the paint right away. I don't want any kind of reaction that the water might cause with my paints, so I don't do that. All right, you ready for the final product? Let me move all our bottles out of the way so we can see. Da, 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 da. Oh, you got a bubble there. Make sure it's touching. Got to touch everywhere. Even if you have to, like I said, just lay your hands a little bit.
See, there's a lot more black in there than I remember.
It's okay, it's coming. It's coming up through.
Okay.
So what do you think? Is it touching everywhere?
Just don't know. We're gonna
Lay your hand on a little bit so you can feel. Is
honestly,
it touching?
wherever it is touching, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. And that's what's, it seems like it
See
only,
how it's settling in and getting wet?
it seems like it only grabs the black.
Well, we're gonna get it to grab a little bit here and there, even if you gotta put your little pressure on a little bit. All right, ready?
All right.
So next what we want to do is go corner to corner and pick it up. Keep it going.
I'm working on it.
And no, don't lift it up. Hold it together. Corner to corner like I have. Keep going. Go.
Well, I did not receive any training.
Keep going. There you go. And now corner to corner again. It's up too high, but corner to corner again. So you're pulling it up from the circle. And pull it straight up. Grab one of those paper towels. Pull it straight up in the air and throw it away. Ta-da! Unless you want to make another painting with that one. Oh, look how beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh. All right, so as promised, one is white, one is black. I'm going to use your paintbrush on the edges because you've got a flow over there. All right, so I'm going to pause this and bring us in a little closer so you can see our finished paintings. Thank you for watching today. All right, so as promised, I'm going to pull you in a little bit closer. Now look at what we see with some of the fun things that are happening with her paint. This one is Tori's. Turning out fabulous. All right, and so let's look at this one. So this is the one, the do-over that I have. And I've got some cool cell action happening here too.